I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial. 'Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it. You had great patience, but something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it.
pals. How you doing? It's good to see you. Hello, 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 hello. It's Jump Space Day. TGIF, TGIJS. That remains the same. Hi, pals. How you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you. Hi, J-Dog. Hey, Spooky. Hey, Apathis. Hey, not me, Mister. I saw Talkie Mouse as well. I saw Dior. I saw Wintermute. I saw Scooby. I'm pretty sure I saw Kremen and Katie. N7 in the shirt playing Elite, waiting for Jump Space. Do you think I have a type as far as video games are concerned? Do you think I might have a type? It's subtle. It's subtle.
Happy Friday, Psykit Disco, Psykit Dance.
3 months, care very. It definitely wasn't a misclick. That's what that means. Hi, pals. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your continued support. I very much appreciate it. Oh, man. I got an email about a game like literally just before I started streaming, which they were like, oh, it's like Dome Keeper, but instead of going down, you go up. And I was like, oh, and then I didn't read the rest of the email because I was already running very late. I was on the phone to Katie earlier today because she's taking the day off. I was on the phone to Katie earlier today and I was like, I'm gonna go live at 11. Hi, Dave. Hello,
stranger
pal.
tongue.
How you doing? It's good to see you. 2 hours until this stream. I'm not on the preview server because there's nothing there that I want to experience or have any want of experiencing. So we're on this server. You bought the sorcery pack for Planet Coaster 2 yesterday. A much better investment than a Type 11 Prospector. It's good to see you, Dave. So here's the thing. I think my Type 8 is built for mining. I definitely got one. I need to go and go back to what's happening. I've got to go back to my fleet carrier. I think it's on my fleet carrier. I think.
Choo 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 choo.
Cash hype train. There's new hype train emotes. There's new hype train emotes that have come out. If you're not aware. They're like these hand-drawn ones, but I think they're kind of cool. Also, I'm relatively sure, don't think this is under NDA. I'm relatively sure there'll be a bonus at the end of the month for gift subs, like there usually is. Because we're in September at the moment.
You have left the no-fire zone.
Right.
Be careful out there, Commander.
So if you wanted to get in on that, you could do. You right, Rocky, you right.
Playing old video games, waiting for Jump Space.
Thank you for the bits, my lovely. I mean, thank you for gifting that sub to Profane Pagan. I appreciate it. Need the new emotes? Fair. There's one for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. They're like hand-drawn ones. I really like them. The first one's like a wave, which is like a universal one, which will be really nice. And then there's a really nice heart one as well. Sure, I made a I'm sure I made a type 8 on the live game. Maybe I didn't. If not, we'll just take a different ship and go on mine. We'll say the Type 11 Prospector is the first ship of the new ships. The first ship of the new ships that I'm not on the I'm on the preview server. So I wouldn't be able to go against you or anything, which would be a bit weird. I have a mining corvette, I know that much. It's the first ship out of all of them that, like, I was nonplussed about the Corsair. I'm still nonplussed about the Corsair. I understand that people love it, but I'm not here for it. But it's the first ship I've been, like, legitimately disappointed by. And that's outside of the flashing lights and outside of the noise. Type 11 is the one for you based on the lack of mining rather than anything else. It's very weird for me. That's too limited on purpose. No, I don't think that's the problem. I think had it been limited and it been better than other ships, then that's a justifiable limitation. But the fact that it's limited and it's not, even like, for example, I'm gonna like cite the Burr Pits video because they did a little bit more science than I did. I just went, oh god, I hate this. For example, let me pull up those stats that we were talking about. On Burr's video, the Type 11 Stellar, it took 107 seconds to mine 16. To mine 16 units, just under 16 units. And then the Crate Mark II mining starter, because in the preview server we only have access to the starter ships, and those we don't have our full array of ships. It took him 64 seconds to mine 10 units. So that means the Type 11 Stellar is making 1 unit every 6.6 seconds, including the length of time it takes to pick up the units. And the Crate Mark II mining starter is doing 1 unit every 6.4 seconds. So it's quicker in the mining starter. And even though that's a really small, nice. Even though that's a really small small figure, even though that's a really small figure, it shouldn't be, it should be like a small test sample. It should already be recognizable as a better ship, and even at that amount, and it can't. Yes, it looks lovely. It looks lovely, and I will agree with you there that I think it looks really cool. I just think you'd be better off spending your money elsewhere. Did I mention Jump Space is coming out soon? It should be hands down better than everything else. Yes, I agree. I agree entirely. Hi, Jay. Is getting more than a single walk make up for that? That you don't need to search for as many walks to fill the hold? I don't believe so. I genuinely don't think so. Genuinely don't think so. When you could be on to the next rock and finding a better rock, a yield. You could, the next rock you find could be like a, I don't know, like a 70% rock, and then you'll get more out of it anyway. You know what I mean? Right, tell me I've made it. Tell me I've made it and it's here. Haven't made it. That's okay, we can make it. I have made I have made a Corvette. I definitely have a Corvette. We could just do a Corvette. See what we get out of a Corvette for, I forget what the Corvette's called. Is it Thursday next? Nope. You're the... How much time do you spend looking for the next rock? No, I get you. I totally get you. Not very long if you're in an overlapped hotspot. If I do, it's not here. Is it Lilith? It's Lilith. Okay, let's use Lilith. I did build it. I built a Type 8 miner on the preview server when we had the preview server. You just feel like regardless of all of that, it shouldn't be immediately noticeable that it's better. 100% agree. Is it time yet? No, we've got 2 hours. Where should I go to mine? What should I mine? Are there any tritium hotspots? Because we could just go and fill up in tritium. I'm in... What's a good way to find tritium hotspots? Is there a good way to find tritium hotspots anywhere? I'm running low on tritium, so I may as well. good way to find a tritium hotspot anywhere. The mining tool doesn't do it, I don't think. No. Do. Maybe there. Oh no, hang on. Tritium. Got it. The mining tool does do it. In our closest pristine icy. There are icy rings here. Oh, this one doesn't work. That's because I spelled it wrong. Do. So why you bother? This is nothing you can run from. I don't think this has a I don't think this has got a I tell you what, it definitely doesn't have any limpets. Thanks.
Please confirm. You are clear to leave.
Happy to pay for the cheaper Panther Clipper though, those stations need a lot of cargo. The Panther Clippers, I would absolutely, if you haven't bought the Panther Clipper already, and you were saving yourself for the Type 11, buy the Panther Clipper instead.
Move directly to your allocated path.
I think I have the surface scanner already. I'm pretty sure this has a surface scanner in it. I'll double check that too. While we're here.
One more safe landing. Clear to disembark. Our services are available for use, Commander.
Especially with those cargo racks from the CG. Yeah, I've got 1300 in mine. Yeah. Okay, right. So, limpets. Like 1302, I think. It's a great little ship. You collect limpets here. Do. I'll just wait for this to get here. The fight lock start and poor mining results may keep the pay to win prize away. Still won't want Frontier look good if they can't balance a new ship that should be made to do one job. I will say yet again that if it didn't have the fighter, it wouldn't have that slot. It just wouldn't have that slot at all. So I would stop saying, oh no, that fighter slot needs to be unlocked. If it didn't have that slot, it wouldn't. If it didn't have a fighter, it wouldn't have the slot at all. They've added that slot specifically for the fighter to make it more adequate in combat, I guess. Waiting for it to come out for credits, you don't want to be throwing into buying something because of a problem. Colonization hall of that stuff manufactured. If you're fine, yeah, I mean you're fine not using it. It's really limited and useful weapons otherwise. Yeah, I would agree. I think it's I wouldn't look at it and going, oh, they've closed that slot. They've got rid of that slot so you can't access it. That just wouldn't be. The slot wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for a a carrier. I've updated my phone and I hate it. I hate the new UI. It looks like the new YouTube UI and I'm not happy about it. It's like all bubbly and it's the new Pixel UI. It's horrible. I've been putting it off and putting it off, and it yelled at me this morning. I was like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. And I really dislike it. Really, really dislike it. Right, come on, get over here. Get over here. Yeah, I didn't put a shield on it. I didn't put a shield on it. The youngest has just got a new iPhone after trying to get on with an S23 Pro. This is like a 5-year-old phone, something like this. And the other thing that's really annoying is somehow now the battery's going down really quickly. As well, now I've updated the UI. I don't know. I'm frustrated with it. It's like maybe like a 4 or 5-year-old phone, something like that. I know I don't pay for the phone anymore. It's just the thing. Come on, my guy. I'm gonna check my fire groups. Get that I have a mining lance on here as well. A singular mining lance. Yeah, no, that's gonna be fine. That'll do everything that I need it to do. You think there's stop for fighters because no one would run a fighter bay on it otherwise. Yeah, no, absolutely. No one would run a fighter bay on it otherwise. But it's not it wouldn't have a that slot just wouldn't be there if it wasn't restricted to cargo. If it wasn't restricted to fighter. Sorry, not cargo. I don't need the fuel scoop. Less than 1 minute, okay. Tick-tock, waiting for things to load, etc, etc. I'm literally going to the next system over. There we go. Yep. Let's heckin' go. Just wish they'd actually spend the time to fix the issues with using a fighter. I've never used a fighter. I've never used a fighter. I put a fighter. I bought on the preview server. I bought a fighter. I put it onto my ship. I bought a crew member. I put them onto my ship. And then I went and hated mining with it. I already have the limpets. We picked up the limpets before. We're good. We're good. So much so that is on a cooldown.
Established that kaka and tuki don't work.
Right, so we have a good hour lot. We have a good hour of... It's 2 jumps.
Speed restrictions have been lifted. Good luck. And
She ain't a jumper. That's fine, I can live with that. I can't remember if I've engineered the whole of this either. It was a Type 11 auto-loaded limpets. I don't think that would, I don't think that would even save it. Of course, some of issues with networking apparently, which is why I said to ever use them. Well, it's like another ship in the instance. It's like when we did the Drake Rally. If you got out in your, if you get out in your SRV, you have to dismiss your ship because it's adding like a thing to the instance. And that's the same as if you get out of your SRV and then start walking around. You've effectively, you're taking up like 3 slots in the instance. Is my understanding of how it works. Which might not be right, to be fair. Okay, have I been here before? Probably. Oh, people are making lots of stuff here. Right, it is, according to planet I've not scanned yet. That's fine. That's cool. Yeah, I don't have a SEO driver in this. It's how long ago that I made this ship. Hang on, I know what that is. That's some plastic over here that's shining, isn't it? That you're mad at. Hold up, Bubba. Okay, no, it wasn't that. fixed it. I made it go away. Right. Do, 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 do. Down. Apparently there's multiple tritium hotspots here. Tritium, bromellite. What about you two? Tritium, be tritium. Damn it, void opals though. A. Tritium, bromellite, grandirite, void opal, tritium, alexandrite. What's that little one there? Grandirite. Rest site, tritium. Oh, 2 trits. Stay clear of the rest site and hit the 2 trits together. That feels right. Although, to be fair, I could hold my own in this. Yeah, I think that's far enough away. If I just dive into here, that'll do. Missed it. Great start, mate. $70% tritium. Let's be having you then. Oh, miner. I love mining. Let's make sure we've got. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. Olympics are going through my ship. No buff cannon, no. Because it can get in the bin. No, they were dying on the asteroid. Because I was doing it from the wrong angle. %trip? Sure, why not? Also add, it's clearly perfectly fine with the way I have my pips at the moment. Even if I did that with my pips and evened them out, it would still be fine. I have a weapon focus what's it? I think I have a weapon focused thing. I'm potentially saying I don't now. I don't think that's right. I think I do. What am I doing, Bromellite? What am I doing, Bromellite? I'll make sure I add that too. That doesn't have anything. Ignored what's it. Thing is a distributor, you're quite right. This doesn't have Bromellite in it, so I can't. That I'm getting other than no, cool. And also, oh no, that is out. Well, the asteroid was depleted by the time it was there. And also with this, I'm collecting perfectly fine. I have a bigger hold than the Type 8. That Mark II mining laser controller is really nice, but it still has the same problems with like collector limpets and prospector limpets existing at the same time. This launch goes well for keepsake today. I can do like 506 total limbs in the 3A Prospector. Yeah. just don't think it's worth it. Am I insane thinking that it should be better than any other miner that you can get? It should do things more efficiently than any other miner you can get. I'm not saying power creep, but there should be an element of it being better than everything else, especially because it is the first ship that Frontier have brought out that is has a designated job, you know? Should be better than any other medium. Panther Clipper has, I think. Oh, is this a core? No, it isn't. It's just got low temp diamonds in it. I might just get the low temperature diamonds as well. Shits and giggles, innit? I don't think I've got them on ignore. Absolutely, soccer. I think the Panther Clip was... The Mandalay is just good at everything. Mandalay is just an exceptional ship. I'm not a fan of the Corsair, but I understand its place in the game. I think that's probably it for me. Like, I understand the Corsair's place in the game. I understand what role she's trying to fill. Do I think that she should be the Python Mach 2, and the Python Mach 2 should have done what the Corsair does? Yes, I do. However, I do understand her place. I'm not going to do a 4.5% tritium. I think that's my main thing. I don't see. No, this is a Corvette. I flew the Type 11. Oh, nice. I flew the Type 11 on Wednesday, and after mining in it, felt really sick. You're really hoping when you're done with all these paid ships, they'll buff the old ship so they're not all practically irrelevant. I don't think they will. Because I mean, I will still get a Corvette out a fair amount of the time. This is so much better for me at least. This is so much better for mining. You never bought a Corsair? So as part of the partner program, full disclosure, the partner program give us the new ships on release as part of the partner program, which right, that's not got anything I need, but it does have the bromelite, which I can add to the ignore list. Okay. You have to rebuy cosmetics if you want the same level of options on your Type 9. I think they'll start doing the holo cosmetics and more things. Once it actually comes out. 2% tritium. I didn't get out of bed for less than 10%. Oh, dry spell. I think everyone will find the Mandalay when you have reasons to fly either on the DBX or Asps, making the game more boring. Why do you say that? Because you don't have to fly the Mandalay if you don't want to. Oh, it's nearly 10%. I'll allow it. You still do PvE in Furtherlands? I choose my Corvette to do PvE in. Especially if it's like a higher level mission. If I just have to go in and get a couple of like a couple of bounties or something, I'll probably still use the Mandalay because I'll be in the Mandalay at the time, so it makes sense. You're inherently at a disadvantage if you do. It depends how you're flying it, right? It depends what you're using it for. Love the Corvette. I got so much time for the Corvette, obviously. You've gathered dust since you built a flag Python. I know loads of people who do combat in the Python too as well. Which has been out for a while. And I know a fair few people who really enjoy flying the Corsair and use that as their all-rounder. I built a little carrier to do the missions, to like do all-rounder missions, and then not too long after that the Mandalay came out and I was like, yep, that's fine. Cobra 5 is your all-rounder. Cobra 5 is really good as well. Cobra 5 is so good. Cobra 5 with the Mandalay can do everything the DBX and better. Sounds the FSD range you guess on the Cobra. DBX is great though. DBX is still my go-to for if I needed to do Guardian sites again, I'd take a DBX. It is the minimal amount of downsides these new ships will have because they're being made to sell for real money. I don't know necessarily that I wouldn't agree with you there. I would say that the Cobra Mock Cobra Mark 5 is comparable to a lot of ships. Realistically, the only difference with the Cobra Mark 5 is the fact that it's you're not having to rein it in during SCO. It's just a lovely little ship, and it flies really nicely. I don't feel like the Cobra Mark 5 has many differences between it and the DBX, for example. And the DBX has a much stronger jump range. You'd expect after a couple of hundred, you'd expect even after 10 years the new ships to be better. At the end of the day, they're not... You choose whether or not you want to have that ship for real money. Eventually, it becomes available for credits in-game. The DBX is like a lot older. Cobra Mark 5 is great for... I love the Cobra Mark 5. But I used to fly the DBX a lot. I used to fly the Courier an awful lot. Before any of the new ships came in, I flew the Courier doing exactly what I would do in the Cobra Mark 5. And the difference is negligible for what both ships are capable of. Let's actually look at this. More storage. The Cobra has more storage. You've moved so far away from the system that you're carrying these 2 jumps to get home. Blimey! It doesn't feel like when I'm flying the Cobra and when I'm doing the stuff in the Cobra that I would have done in my Courier, I don't feel like I'm at so much of an advantage because I'm using the Cobra as opposed to the Courier. It feels very much the same. The only difference is the stability. For me, for what I need it for, like I'm not doing big Courier, I'm not doing massive Courier missions in a Cobra because there's not much point when there are other ships that are way better suited for that. Like the Type 8, like the Panther Clipper. Day comes when you need to get rid of the 414 and buy a new car. Why though? Why do they need to do that, Lost Muppet? I'm really confused. Why do they need to do a pass on the older ships? If they're bringing new ships in, why would they need to do a pass on the older ships? In like, from like a lore perspective, where is the benefit to a company to make older ships better when they could just bring out a new one? And I'm not talking about like selling them for actual real money or anything like that. Like from a game perspective. Okay, my car is a 2024 model, 2022 model. I wouldn't want to drive the 2012 model. I understand. I get your argument, but I think we've had years and years and years. A lot of us have had 10 years of these old ships. I've had these old ships since 2016. I'm enjoying visiting the new ships and playing in the new ships. don't like they can burn the money you paid for that by making a new ship. You should be flying over the old one. So this is purely a cosmetics thing, because you spent money on cosmetics that you've enjoyed historically. Now, because they bought a new ship that's better, you feel like you should get cosmetics for the new ship as well. Just fly the old ship. That is the answer. You'd like to be able to have a reason to fly your Type 9. Well, hauling. Hauling then. What would make you fly the Type 9? What would give you a reason to fly the Type 9 then? Why hauling a Type 9 when the Panther Clipper is way more effective given the time? Yeah, true. True, but you're saying the way that you would fly the Type 9 is if they gave it the same amount of storage as the Panther Clipper. They're never gonna do that. What if they brought out the Type 12, which is the Type 9 but slightly larger? But that wouldn't be fair because you can't use the because you wouldn't be able to use your Type 9 cosmetics. It looks exactly like a Type 9 but it's larger. With cosmetics being locked to a single ship, it's difficult to not make them locked to a single ship though, because you're buying the cosmetics for the ship at the time. Panther and Type 9 you choose depending on weapon loadout versus the amount of cargo you loaded. My collector Olympus have died because I've been moving around the rock like an idiot! Other games make sets of cosmetics you can use across multiple items. It's purely used by the studio to have it that way. So all of our bobbleheads and lights we can use across all of the multiple ships. But the problem is you want cosmetics for all of... You want to buy one cosmetic for all of your ships because other games do it. Which other games do it like that? I'm genuinely curious. Working on my limpets again. don't think there's anything else I can pick up here. So if Frontier did that, Warframe lets you use color swatches across all of your frames. So just like a color swatch. So if it was just plain colors, that's what you'd want, because they wouldn't be able to do ones that are specific for like certain ships. Catch you later, Chris. It's like a color swatch, effectively. So a bit like in, for example, when you color armor in Baldur's Gate, you're allowed to add a certain thing. It adds like a certain color to stuff, and some of that's like multiple colors, but each bit of the ship or bit of the skin has been added. You can have one texture that lays out differently depending on the ship. So for every ship that Frontier did, for every ship and every model that Frontier did, they'd also have to work out every single their art department would have to work out every single other item, rather than it just being a color swatch, right? Just make it look badly painted. Have it stretch over the ones that it can't fit. Why waste the time you spent on old content? But did you enjoy the time? Did you enjoy the time when you... How, out of curiosity, Fluva, how long have you been playing Elite? So same as me. So you had like a good 6 years of playing. Why only 3 mining lasers and a mining lantern of that? I don't know. So you have a good sort of like 6. Oh God, math. You have a good sort of like 6-7 years of playing with the older ships. You just did a mining trip when you were on Anaconda today, but now I think you'd rather do some core mining. You remember Elite from the old Specky? Good for you. Oh, have I already scanned that rock? Oh, I must have done. Rather the reason you have to fly the Panther Club was more complicated than it can Hormel. You're totally not getting distracted, Nicey. What are you getting distracted by? Well, it's better in Super Cruise Overcharge as well. It handles Super Cruise Overcharge a lot better. It flies better as well than the cutter, for sure. You're getting distracted by everything. I love that for you. didn't really I used a Type 9 for mining and hauling a really long time ago, and I got bored of it pretty quickly. 54 minutes. 54 minutes until their live stream. The game goes live at 3. Stop saying 54 minutes because I'm losing... I'm losing a quarter of an hour whenever you say that crap. Don't make me wait longer. Yeah, I'm going to make you wait longer. You love the way the Type 9 flies with flight assist off. I don't know how any ship fly with flight assist off. My hands don't work well enough to be able to have that small control. Thanks, Super Dorkers. Will not be denied. In answer to your question about why I have a mining lance and 2 mining lasers on here, probably because it was what I had in stock at the time. When I built it. That's probably why. Originally had 2 mining lances on it as well. I don't know why it only has 1 now. Facts have always been an afterthought. You compare them to the choice and flexibility when you get in games like Warframe, Forza and Team Fortress 2. Those are like really different games though. Like really, really different games, comparably. Because I could compare, I could go ahead, and with that still same thing in mind, I could go ahead and compare the way Elite does it to say Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. Well, no, okay, so Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, that's a comparable product as well, right? So if you're saying Team Fortress 2, that's a shooter. Warframe is a shooter as well. So let's compare Elite to 2 other shooters, Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. And if I buy a skin for Penny, for example, in Marvel Rivals, I'm not going to expect to be able to put that same skin on Hawkeye. I like paying Penny. But like her Venom skin's really cool. And it will probably look good on Hawkeye if he's wearing the colours would look good on Hawkeye if he's wearing his Venom skin. Like I like there's a Venom skin for Rocket and a Venom skin for Squirrel Girl that are both basically the symbiote. So why can't I just buy one of them? Hi, Loki! Oh, it's shit, mate. It's horrible. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money. Hi, Katie. You'd argue that cosmetics in games like Marvel's are way better for being locked to a single character versus Elite, but you're making a comparison of Elite and Team Fortress, which is also a shooter. So I'm just comparing shooters with shooters. Well, I'm playing Elite with another shooter that doesn't do it the way that you want it to. Do you know what I mean? Just because it doesn't work the way that you want it to, doesn't mean that it can't be also a comparison. It's all three. Yeah, it would be all three more of them. You wouldn't say Warframe as if I don't play Warframe. All I see is people running around and shooting. I would compare Warframe and Destiny. Is that fair? Cargo base full again. Yeah, I would, Loki, don't waste your money on it. If you were thinking about it. I think it's been pretty universal as well. It's been a pretty universal between role playing third person shooter. Yeah, so right, so Destiny then. Came out the type 11, maybe there's a roleplay option at least. I don't even know that there's a roleplay option, mate, if I'm honest. I certainly wouldn't spend your money on it. Which is a shame when Frontier were trying to do this extra premium thing. It's a shame for Frontier. Hopefully they tweak it and sort out the flashing before they release it, yeah. It's very rare that like 90% of the partners agree. I think most of us have been like, it ain't great. Destiny, yeah, so Destiny's comparable to Warframe. That's what I'm saying. Again, I could not possibly compare Destiny to Elite. Jesus. I get it. You're mad at the cosmetics. And we'll agree to disagree. Yeah, so I hadn't even seen it by that point, Loki, but let me bring up my deal took a clip and I'll bring it up for you so you can see. Let me find it real quick because I was like, yeah, pre-flashing warning. Where can I get to? Clips. Do. Clips, here we are. Why can't I flip and find it? I definitely still have it. Thank you, Dio. Jesus. I'd have been there for so long. Right, firstly, can you hear that noise? Jesus. Thanks, mate. Right, you can hear my ship in the background, so that you can hear. That's but this is. Hang on, turn it up so you can hear it properly and see it. Like, pay it. I'm pointing at stuff. Pay attention to the top. So why not put the SLF slot as dual purpose SLF connector like Panther did with cargo fuel? I don't think it would have a slot if it.
Two of me on the screen, I know.
If it wasn't a. Oh yeah, there's a large one. You see the flashing. So why not put the SLF slot as dual purpose SLF connector like Panther did with cargo fuel? I don't think it would have a slot if it's the flashing if it wasn't and the noise in one ear. So there's two things that I hate about it are the flashing and the noise in one ear, and it is wild to me in the year of Beyonce's Internet 2025 that we still don't have that in the game. We still don't have a way to turn off stuff like that in the game. The sound being very right hand side is very obvious to you. So after the stream happened, after the stream, I wrote an email to Chris straight away, and I went to bed. Oh, thank you for gifting that stuff to Nicey. And I went to bed and I had like pain all down my face here, where I'd been, all of my everything had been trying to push my vision and my hearing and all of that and lean my face away. Like all of these muscles I've been working to just try and stop myself from looking at it. And that ain't good. And I felt so dizzy. So let me know, yeah, flashing in the peripheral is worse for that condition. Let me tell you what I wrote to Chris, who is one of the influencer managers in Frontier, who sends out all of the Type 11 stuff and all of that. And he, imagine hearing it inside your ear. And Phil, as in one of the community managers, came onto the stream and went, "Can you email Chris your information and what you have?" And I said verbatim, the decision to add a tool/weapon that causes the inside of your cockpit to flash constantly is terrible and excludes players who have photosensitivity issues. The noise that the repeater makes as a constant, specifically in one ear, can also be detrimental to those with sound tolerance issues. It's concerning to me that in 2025, basic accessibility options, such as the toggle flashing lights or colorblind settings, are not available in Elite Dangerous. I've played with it for about 3 hours today and I genuinely feel sick. So as it currently stands, I will not be recommending anybody spend money on this ship. And I think that's perfectly reasonable, and I stand by that. In the way that it looks at the moment, and he. What? Thanks. What bit did I miss? I missed the first paragraph. In the year of Beyonce's Internet 2025, I should have put that. And then he got back to me yesterday saying, "Thank you so much for taking the time to type this up to me, and they have passed it along to the dev team." But also at the same time, I'm hoping that they at least address it or put something, So we've dealt with these flickering shadows for so long. We've dealt with flickering shadows for so long, and they've taken them away just to put in something that's even worse. If they should have someone on staff to pick, they absolutely should have someone on staff to pick up on stuff like this. They fix it or say they're going to, it would go a long way, and then add 20% mining yield and you're in. I feel like that's probably, that's about right for me as well, Deal. If Frontier come out and say, hey, based on the feedback from the partner program, we're making some tweaks. Even if they say we're making some tweaks to the Type 11 Prospector, and as such it won't be out on Tuesday, I am fine with that, as long as they still do whatever they're doing with the rest of it. I would be absolutely fine if they stopped it. I was talking to Chris about this, and Chris doesn't think that they would stop it from releasing. As money, yeah. Different Chris. I was talking to the Chris that doesn't ruin my videos about dinosaurs. I made myself laugh there. They delay one of the others based on feedback. Did they? Or was it the update entirely that they delayed? I think you're right. Hang on. Where might we be able to look for that? Power play update? I'm bringing up their Twitter. I don't want a mission objective. Elite Dangerous delay? Delay feels like a word that they've used. No. They would review an NPC balancing issue and a crash instance that required more time to resolve. The ascendancy update. It is the ascendancy update, okay. Following feedback and our team's observations across the Elite Partner Program early access period, made the decision to post the release of the ascendancy back the week commencing the 28th of October to address an NPC balancing issue in a crash instance. Okay, yeah, no, it's that one. It is that one. So it was... So it could be. There's a possibility. I think that's best case scenario, honestly, in my opinion. If that means that we don't get the fleet carriers meeting and all of that nonsense until the week after, that's fine. like categorically is what it is. That kind of thing. I more time for jumping and spacing. Well, not really, because I'm streaming until Wednesday next week, and then on Friday I'm off to London. Chris and I are off to London on Friday until Sunday, and then on Sunday when I get back, all I'm going to be doing is like trying to prep for Monday, because Monday's going to be sharp. I'm working, for God's sake. I've got the Jurassic stuff. Friday I'm working. Shut up. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. It should be fun though. Friday should be really fun. Saturday will be cool. Saturday will be really fun too. Oh, I missed. Just a little bit. We're getting pictures of the stuff in Discord. Yes. Yes, I'm going to be filming a lot though, because I want to do like a whole. Because what we're getting is I'm getting a it's like a an experience. Who sent off from the travel expenses? Legitimately, Chris and I have been paying for this over the last 3 months. So it's like over the last 3 paydays we've paid for this trip. Like train travel 1 payday, a couple of the events on another payday, and like the events were the things that we're paying for, and then we're going after this payday. So trains aren't cheap. No matter how early you book them, trains are not cheap. Trains aren't cheap. Dog border and getting someone to come and feed the cats, that's not inexpensive either. Hotels aren't cheap. I realised I was just using the mining lance then, that was silly. Trains in this economy? Driving around London in any economy? Like comparably, given the fact that we've not seen very big tritium yields in asteroids, I feel like even comparably in the last hour we've done better than we did in the Prospector, and I don't feel like I have a massive headache. everything in this economy. Lack of headache and feeling sick is definitely the main win. Like there've been an awful lot of grumbles and stuff coming from partner program members, and every single one I've been like, email it to Chris, email it back to him so he knows. And he can put it in the hands of the right people. Really bad on Wednesday because I was so like overtly negative about it, and I was just like, well, I've got to be honest. I can only speak to my experience of it. Oh, 35's good. I'm not honest with you guys. I can be. I will add that as a caveat. When I can be honest, I'm never not honest with you. Read the handfed script. Yeah, I obviously I do have to toe the line. You appreciate my honesty on it. I'm not gonna tell you something, and I mean this with the utmost clarity. Anyone saying that the partners have been told that they have to have a particular narrative that they follow or anything on those lines is absolutely full of shit. The only thing that we have ever been told to do is to abide by the EULA. I'm sorry, abide by the terms of service, not the EU or EULA anyway, but abide by the terms of service. And those terms of service include getting data mine content. It's the only thing that we've been categorically said, and which I think, let's be honest, is fair. You've made yourself giggle. What have you done? Do I need to check for a DM, Bremen? Yep, I can see it now. end of the day, when all's said and done, and that this is like true of not yet, true of myself, true of like the Burr Pit, true of Commander Exorcist. Commander Exorcist did say that they liked it, the Type 11, but I agree with everything that Burr said on their video about it. Yeah, I feel like there's an awful lot of improvement that can be made with that ship. And I don't even think it's because okay, I don't think it's even because it's a ship that's being sold at a premium. I just think the ship is just... Well, it's not even that, because you can still get it at, like, what you would normally pay for a medium ship. You don't have to pay, like, the extra to get all of the big shiny things. You don't have to do that. However, if you suffer from FOMO, I understand why you would need to do that. But also, it's a really... As it currently stands and as it is currently built, it is a really, really poor mining ship, let alone anything else. It's a disappointing ship. Wait for my systems, guys. No tritium whatsoever. Yeah, we've done like 144 tritium in 2 hours, and none of these, less than 2 hours, and none of these rocks have been like particularly full. And this isn't like an optimized ship or anything for it. I don't know why it only has 1 mining lance on it, because I know categorically I have 2. It's bothering me that it's so lopsided. It's weird. Oh, I'm being hit by a rock. Little limpets go, bless them. My refinery's full? Hang on, I need to bin off a limpet. No, I can bin off this bromellite. Jason to hit you when you're mining. Feels I really want to whack you so bad. I think if I'm careful, I can ignore it. Fragment requires allocation, but what's in here that I don't need? Something to compare it to. Guess it would be a bit like the Type 8 having 8 tons more cargo space over the Python instead of the 148 tons. What do you mean like the Type 11 in comparison to other ships that mine? What's the Type 11's cargo space in comparison to, is it on here yet? Trying to think what would be the Type 11's max cargo space in comparison to, say, a Type 8. The Type 8 doing more is a problem for me. Mining Type 8 as 279 with the CG racks. size 7 limpet controller is, it's there for, it feels like it's there for that reason, so that you have the, it feels like the Type 8 is more built for mining than the Type 11 was. I really enjoy mining in the Type 8 because it feels like even all the slots are designed specifically for the Type 8 to be able to do everything. And I don't even think like I don't know that the Type 11 is designed to do everything. Type 8 has exactly the right number and size of hard points for all of the tools, yeah. And optional internals as well. The 8 looks very like the mining ship from Eve, so you wonder if they got cold feet. I really like the Type 8. I clearly haven't played it or flew it that often since the update. Maybe that's something we'll do. 320 you think for the Type 11? So it is more. So it is like arguably more potentially. The Type 8 is more. The Type 8 is more. Okay, okay. Type 8 356. Okay. I was looking at deal saying 279. My bad. Can't remember what mine was, and I don't think I'm gonna go back and check my 404 tons in the Type 8. Is that just like purely based on like its full carry capacity, or is that kitted out for mining? Maxed out without cargo, without mining kit. So yeah, so even that's comparable. Your mining Corsair has 236 tons, but you don't know how optimal it is and you get bored before that load anyway. I think around 200. Around sort of 200 to 230 ain't bad. I feel like that's about a good point for, okay, you've done thingy now, go and do something else, you know? You've done mining now you can go and do something else. Like 200 is good for a couple of hours. Like this is 384. I'm never gonna fill it, but I've done 175 trit and 5 diamonds, you know. If you swap the 7 uni for 5 collector and you add a 7 rack, you get 320 without CG racks. Yeah, I think I'd still go for a 7 uni. Because that can carry more, can't it? That has more out at a time, doesn't it? Give the type 11 the magic racks, or just make it that collect Olympic controller is great. Being able to put that size 5 Mark II collect Olympic controller in there is really great, and it frees up a space that you would use for another lot of collect Olympic controllers for oh, can I show you guys what arrived? He's not in it right now. Obviously isn't. But you know what this is? You can't guess what this is. Hang on. If I show you that it looks like a little cardigan for a baby. But it has poppers. And it's almost as if the sleeves are a little bit too forward for a baby. He is a baby. And if you're like, Claire, don't you have one in that fabric? Why, yes, I do. Right, I think once that all gets heated up, I'm gonna make my way back. Just need Chris for the matching Christmas card photo. Chris has got 2 other hoodies. I've got a pink one with unicorns on as well. I don't think that's an Uddy though. I think that's a different company that went out of stock. I've got like a coral one with koalas on, I believe. I think I have that one. But the one I definitely do have is the one which is all of the different colours as well. They're really good. They're really nice. If you come in out of the cold and you put the heating on and you're still really cold, put your hoodie on for 5 minutes and I'm done. One with koalas on, I think. Yeah, these are good time when you're ill and shivering away in the corner. Yeah, if you're ill and no one else in the house is ill and you're like, oh, I must do something to feel better. I had an Uddy post on my Instagram. I'm trying to find. I clearly don't. I'm bad at this. Line Home Shop has a neon pumpkin one and a gingerbread one. Yeah, they're really good. You already have 4, so you can't justify anymore. I can see 3 from where I am. Which is bad. Right, where's Archangel? Right now. About to get interdicted, I think, if I'm not careful. Nah, I'm good.
Welcome, Commander.
Hey,
Please
buddy.
request docking permission before approaching a landing pad. Clearance granted. Move directly to your allocated pad.
Yeah, I love them. I love. There's been days when I've had like really bad, when I felt really ill. Been days when I've gone to sleep in an Uddy, and then I've woken up like 2 hours later, wondering why I'm in an inferno.
Contact confirmed. Hangar crew is ready. Welcome, Commander.
Not the limpets, just everything else. In your arms. A little bit more. Like, I knew I was ill. Why am I so... Don't pay attention to all of the capsules I have here. Right, let's get rid of the limpets. What are you doing, Kremen? It's not... Is it actually live? Why are you saying... What is your obsession with being 15 minutes early right now? I'm in jail. Right, so I think I've said my piece about the Type 11. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I'm not keen on it. I think you would be better off buying either a Panther Clipper if you really want it, or I also think you'll probably be better off, if you've got the money to burn, buying Jump Space. I'm gonna go for a quick break now, grab another coffee, and then I'll be back probably pressing F5 for a little while. But don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. What am I saying about the length of your vessel? I'm saying it could do with being longer.
Bone!
I was looking for phase thing. That's what I was doing. And then, hello, Harkin.
Hey there, sweetheart. You looking for some fun? 'Cause I gotta say, that soldier get-up looks real good on that body of yours. Why don't you sit your sweet little ass down beside old Harkin? Have a drink. We'll see where this goes.
I'd rather drink a cup of acid after chewing on a razor blade.
You trying to hurt my feelings? You gotta do better than that. After 20 years with C-Sec, I've been called every name in the book, princess.
Call me princess again and you'll be picking your teeth up off the floor. Now tell me where Garrus is.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
Okay, just relax. Garrus, you say?
Do you have a keyboard with the... You've never seen a keyboard with a DJ button? You never did GCSE music. Or you never did music in secondary school in my specific school. Hang on, let me see if I can find a version of it. Keyboard DJ button. I've definitely Googled this before.
Yo!
There.
One more time.
DJ! There it is! Jay! We all knew it! Are you kidding me? What was that, Kremen? What was that? What was that? My hand hurts so much. Worth it. So I am here for whatever the frontier thing is, because you know I'm Frontier's little bitch. I know. Nobody, please, nobody clip that and send that to Frontier. You know I'm Frontier's little bitch.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
Okay, fam. Our mission was to save the Empress. This is why we came here. Why do we now have... Why are we now being presented with an option where we're like, hey, let's not kill the Empress. Let's not save the Empress. Let's just side behind... No, we're saving the fucking Empress. What the shit?
We came here to save Celine.
Thank you!
Then you must not only save her life, but also her empire.
That means giving her a victory over both Gaspard and Briala.
You know...
There truly is proof Gaspard's in league with Corypheus. That would be a start.
There are some builders who are outstanding, and I'm not going to take that away from them. But
I think we have time for one more caller. Who's that on line 7 of 9?
We are the Berg. We wish to add your biological and auditory distinctiveness to our own. You will transmit the audio frequency oscillations of these distant worlds by Heli. We will absorb these oscillations and assimilate them into the wealth of our own established and familiar auditory pathways. Your compliance is mandatory.
oh my god, we are the Berg! It's so funny.
Thanks very much.
And ignore your whispers that I wish would go away. Hey. Ooh. of soggy voice. Listen to him sing. I love him. I've quit out of Elite. Just gonna press F5 now. We're gonna press F5 until it happens. We're gonna press F5 until it happens, which means that we're gonna switch YouTube video. We're gonna switch the YouTube video. We're gonna finish the finish off the Elite and start up the Jump Space one. So if you're watching, there is another YouTube video gonna go live in a minute. But I need to stop the first one first. That's how that works. I'll be in a different YouTube video in a minute. Weird. Sometimes it will just ping and sometimes it won't. It picks and chooses when it pings for my streams, my live streams on Discord.